Operation Barbarossa had commenced, but the Soviets had a new weapon, something they were dubious about. They didn't know if it would work, they didn't know if it would fail. But this weapon just so happened to be called the T-34. Now, the T-34 itself was kind of a crude vehicle. It didn't have much armour on the front, it didn't have much armour at all, but it was sloped armour, which gave it nearly twice the thickness of its original strength, hence making Panzer IV shells nearly impregnable. Now, the T-34 itself, its base model had a 76mm, enough to take out a German tank, but it could only hold 4 crew members. You had a commander, a gunner, who was also the loader, a co-driver, and a driver. Now, you probably see from photos that the crew in the turret had a tight squeeze, and they did. So, the T-34 itself could do about 40 kilometers on road, but if you need speed, you need to keep your tracks in place. Now, when they were making the T-34s, they just put a rod through the 2 tracks and said, that'll do. There was nothing to stop them bouncing out. So what they did is they welded a metal hammer in place so that when the pins came by, they'd get smacked back into place. So, the T-34 wasn't the best tank. It could be destroyed very easily because it was only a medium tank class. It was fast, don't get me wrong, but it couldn't do much to the German vehicles. Bring in the T-34-85. Now, this was a normal T-34 hull with an 85mm turret. Now, this had a little bit more protection in it, and there was a little more room for the crew and turret. Now, this crew consisted of a commander, a gunner, a loader, a co-driver, and a driver. And this 85mm could make work of the German tanks, which was a good thing. Now, by the time they'd made the T-34-85, the Germans had come up with the Tiger 1. So you had an 88 going up against an 85, a medium going up against a heavy. You can see who's going to win. Now, the T-34 and T-34-85 are classic tanks in the Russian armoury. So much in fact that they lended some to North Korea, to China, and some can even still be used today in third world countries. So that was a summary of the T-34 and the T-34-85. Let me know what you think about these tanks in the comments below. Now, I'm being overworked at the moment with my currencies, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave out the weapons video, and I'm going to post this on a Wednesday, which is probably when you're watching this now. So there will be no more weapons videos, but you will still have the technology videos and the battles series. So I will see you on Sunday for the biggest invasion in the history of Europe.